What do you got?
How much did y'all get paid? Well, here's a fun answer. Delicious in Dungeon is on the Netflix union contract agreement, which was just passed in 2018. So thanks to that, we now have a ton of union anime work. When I was coming up, a lot of it was not union. So we actually get paid not very well, but we get paid better than we did when I started. So my first paycheck was $35 an hour for Funimation. My second paycheck was $25 an hour over here in LA for like a liquidated title that they were trying to sell. Then I tried getting the standard and was mostly successful, which at that time was about $75 an hour with a 2-hour minimum. And then the non-union standard now is about $125 with the 2-hour minimum. And then the Netflix rate is a little bit different because we have a buyout included. So there's an hourly rate of $99 an hour with a 2-hour minimum. And then because Netflix has more than 15 million subscribers, we get an additional 50%, so like $48 or something, added on to that as like a buyout of residuals. So we don't get paid whenever you guys watch the show multiple times, we don't get residuals from that. And we have never gotten residuals for dubbing. But I actually serve on the union committee, and we added that buyout so that way we could actually like have some sort of like, hey, we're getting residuals. But you might have noticed that the union rate is actually a little bit lower technically than the non-union rate. And the reason for that is because as independent contractors, if we are working non-union jobs, we have to pay for things like healthcare out of our own pocket, pension out of our own pocket, and there is an additional 7% that we owe in taxes, 3.5% in Medicare and 3.5% in Social Security. So that's why non-union should actually be a little bit more than the union rate, but the union rate is what sets that foundation for the non-union rate. So even if you are a non-union actor, if you're able to get a rate like that, you're still kind of benefiting from the union. So I know that was a much more involved answer, but that's the range.
That's why anime is definitely like a labor of love. You have to like, enjoy and like want to be a part of this process, considering the pay. You know.
To put into context, a video game session is about, I think now it is $1,030 per 4-hour session, and I get paid that rate regardless of how long the session is, if it's 4 hours or if it's 1 hour. And then an animation session, you get over $1,100 per 4-hour session, but you also get residuals as well. So yeah, sometimes I'm only sharing these amounts because that way if anybody wants to get into acting, you know, like, okay, here are the minimums, and it's okay to ask actors what the rates are because we're all kind of competing against each other, and so we want to make sure that we're doing so over the quality of the work that we offer and not necessarily like the lowest price. So anyway, fun fact.